Hello, this video is designed to teach you how to create parenthetical references. These are also known as in-text citations. You can find out more information about how to create these in your Concise Wadsworth Handbook on page 399. When you write a research paper, you use information from other people in the form of either quotations or paraphrases. And you need to refer to these and give publication information in case someone wants to look up your sources, either to check the truth of them, the accuracy of them, or to find out more information for themselves. So you have parenthetical references, which are inside your text, and a works cited page, which comes at the end of your text after the last page. The works cited page has full bibliographic information so that somebody would be able to look it up. The in-text citations have a bare minimum of information so as not to interrupt the flow of the text. In general, the in-text citation has the author's last name and a page number. If there isn't an author, or if certain other circumstances exist, then it may have something else, a title or other things. But for our purposes today, we'll do a simple quotation and a simple works or a simple parenthetical reference. Now, in this little section, this little paragraph, I have one quotation that starts here. I have the quotation mark here, and it ends here. Notice that the quotation is integrated with partly my words and partly the words of my source. That's something that you want to do all the time, is to have partly your words and partly the source's words. But right now we don't have any references, we don't know who said it or where it came from. So one way to go about this is at the end quotation mark, I put my cursor here, I put a space, and then I put the author's last name. The author is Anne George, so I put Anne George's last name. I put another space, and I put the page number I found that quotation on, which was page 92. And then I put another parentheses, and the period goes on the outside, right here. Notice that I did not put a period here after all, nor did I put a period after the quotation mark or anywhere else. It only occurs after the end parentheses. Now, suppose I might want to say something about, I want to mention Anne George's whole name, and I want to use her in the sentence, that part of the sentence that's my words. So we'll erase our in-text citation or our parenthetical reference, and I'm going to say, imagine a society not simply pledged to. This time I'm going to say, imagine as Anne George puts it, comma, a society not simply pledged to, but successfully enacting the principles of equality, liberty, and justice for all. Okay, now I've mentioned Anne George in the sentence, so I don't want to repeat her name at the end because that would be redundant. In other words, it would be both here and here. We don't need that much information. So my parenthetical reference is going to look very similar. There's no periods here, right? And I put a beginning parentheses here. This time I just put the page number because I've already said her name. Then I put the end parentheses, and the period still goes at the end. And that's all there is to it. There's some variations to this, like I said, if you don't have an author, but I would discourage you from using sources that don't have authors. they're not as reliable.